what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tess and I am a licensed esthetician here on YouTube. I make a lot of skin related content, so if you're into that stuff like me, please subscribe and like this video. Comment a question you have about skincare down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. So today's video is going to be about skin sins, things you might be doing at home in your own routine, or things you might be tempted to try. I know there's a lot of misinformation going around on TikTok and just so many different myths about skincare, so I want to help you guys out and kind of alleviate some of that confusion. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's get into the video. Okay, so the first skin sin I want to talk about is the whole DIY skincare trend. And I feel like this really started out with Pinterest and it was kind of a big thing there, but I've seen it again kind of move on to TikTok, and nothing really lights my fire more than seeing people recommend things for the skin that are not only not going to address what they claim it addresses, but really are not safe for the skin. The whole ginger mask around the nose, it was all over TikTok. I also see apple cider vinegar as toner is a big one, which can really mess with the pH of your skin, which we don't want to do, which is the opposite reason you'd want to be using a toner. What else? I see coconut oil still used as moisturizer or even as makeup remover, and that is really occlusive and comedogenic, so it can cause a problem with congestion and clogging the skin over time. Another one I see sometimes, like the baking soda with lemon as an at-home peel. One thing I think a lot of people just don't realize is that food is not intended to be absorbed by the skin, and there is a reason that people pay a premium to buy products that have been formulated in a lab, formulated with delivery systems. These delivery systems ensure those great ingredients actually penetrate the skin or have some effect on the skin, and above all are safe for the skin. Whereas with food products, there's no guarantee it won't harm your skin because that's not what it is intended to be used for. So just bear that in mind, and I would just keep those products in your kitchen for your cooking purposes only, and then have your separate skincare. The next little skin sin I want to talk about is just buying products for the aesthetic, for the packaging. And I know that's something so simple. We're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. And a lot of times we're just drawn to things, and that's you know, why brands really do invest in their packaging and their marketing, because they know it works. But I will say, when it comes to skincare, your skin is your body's largest organ. It's something to be taken into account when you are making purchasing decisions or you are trying to purchase something to affect change in your skin. Just remember, your skin cannot decipher what the bottle of the product looks like. It can only understand those ingredients that you're putting on it. So for that reason, I really highly encourage you to flip the package over, look at the ingredients, start getting familiar with ingredients. Inky Decoder and Paula's Choice are two websites I highly recommend for somebody who's interested in learning more about ingredients and educating themselves. So I love the both of those. This is the last time I'll say it, but buying medical grade and professional grade product is a great alternative to just buying for the packaging. If you're not so sure and you want to start investing a little bit smarter, there's a lot of reasonably priced medical grade skincare brands, so many out there, so you can do a little bit of research, but that will allow your money to go a little bit further and help you to see those results. The next point I want to make is around the whole all natural, clean, non-toxic branding. I think a lot of these terms lack a certain level of regulation. However, brands use them because they know consumers are attracted to that. I think a lot of people have gotten in the habit of saying, I don't want any chemicals in my product. I think we have to remember even water is a chemical. So not all chemicals are bad, and I think what people mean by that is they don't want harsh ingredients such as stripping alcohols in their product. I think a lot of people are also drawn to plant-based products. I think, again, you have to be savvy in terms of deliberating between heavily botanical lines, because I think some brands do overdo it and then it can just become overstimulating for the skin. I really hate to harp on brands because I think Tata Harper is a beautiful line, like in theory, but when I was using it on clients and working with it, I realized a lot of people can't tolerate such heavy stimulation in their skin, and it's just too caustic when you have too many powerful ingredients. Plant botanicals are amazing because on their own, that seed, for example, contains all the nutrients to sustain life on its own. So it can be really, really powerful in skincare. However, I think it's best when plant-based ingredients are a little bit simplified. I think Dermaplus does an amazing job of utilizing their beauty, but not overdoing it. The next thing I want to talk about, I know is super prevalent, and that's why I want to talk about it. I know it's controversial, so don't fight me on this. It's just my personal skin philosophy. Remember, every esthetician may have their own philosophy on skin, but the skin sin I want to talk about is using thick oil cleansing balms in your routine, especially on a regular basis. I'm just not the biggest fan of oil cleansing balms because I think you can definitely clean the skin gently without it. And when you do introduce that oil cleansing balm, it's very difficult to completely remove the film that is left behind. And when it is left behind, it can just prevent oxygen from getting to the skin, which is kind of just a recipe for acne and dehydration, a lot of other skin problems. So I think there are a lot of more beneficial ways to remove your makeup and do your first cleanse without occluding the skin or just causing more harm than good. The makeup eraser is one thing I really love. It's just a gentle microfiber towel that removes all your makeup. So amazing. And I also really just like using a non-foaming gentle cleanser. Sometimes it's cream-based, sometimes it's more of a gel, sometimes it'll be aloe-based. I think that just does a better job of cleansing the skin without leaving behind any residue, which is kind of just counterproductive anyway. So there you go. Next, I want to talk about repeat heat exposure and just in general, getting the skin really hot. So examples could be super hot showers, washing your face with really warm water, doing a lot of hot yoga classes, maybe just living in a super hot climate where your skin is, more prone to inflammation and heat. Acne really is heat. Heat is acne. So just bear that in mind. If you live somewhere super hot, we're coming up on summer, try to incorporate a lot of cold cooling tools, colder water when you wash your face. It's just such a better way to go. It will help calm inflammation rather than promote that heat, which in turn promotes acne. Last skin tip here is to be super mindful of your laundry products. This is probably the biggest offender I see among clients, and it can manifest from using brands like Tide or super fragranced SLS rich detergents that are super stripping. And this can manifest in things like rashy breakouts, perioral dermatitis. You might see a little bit of like a rash on your neck and chest, or just have little tiny red acneic bumps. These can also be linked to dryer sheets. Dryer sheets are some of the worst because not only do they have that fragrance like the detergents, but they are just rich in lye, which is just asking for acne. It's a super thick residue, much like a cleansing balm. When it's left on the skin, it can really create problems. That's just asking for a lot of irritation, and it's leaving an occlusive barrier on the skin. I think the most common reaction when I ask clients what laundry detergent they're using if I see something like a rashy breakout, is that they've used Tide forever and they've never had a problem. The thing is that this inflammation can be slow and it can be silently manifesting, accumulating over time. So even though you may have not had any problems using Tide as a kid, there are no studies to show that using it repeatedly day in and day out on your sheets and towels and your clothing will not add up to inflammation. So my best advice here is to purchase fragrance-free detergent. And I know that's a little bit of a jump when you're first switching detergents. You're used to that super rich, fragrant detergent or soap. And so no, it might not, have the same scent, but remember, all of that fragrance can be really harmful on your skin, and I would limit artificial fragrance in your skincare products as well as your detergent. We just want to minimize the risks as much as we can, and the detergent and the dryer sheets can be a big problem. People always ask if there's a detergent that I love and recommend, and I honestly will hop around, but I just look to ensure the brand is free and clear. So that means, free and clear of those harmful substances. A lot of times they will say like for sensitive skin. I'm not picky on the brand. You could get it from Target, you could get it from Whole Foods. They are abundant, but I highly recommend switching your detergent to a free and clear option if you haven't already. Okay guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips were helpful. Let me know if you like this type of video, and I'm happy to make more. As always, you can leave your questions about skin in the comments and I will respond and possibly think about them for a future video so I can help somebody else out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.